unveiling a development like no other. India's military spokesperson revealed that BrahMos cruise missiles struck key aircraft, including those parked at air bases, during May's Operation Sindoor. What's so captivating is not just the precision, but the targets, high-value aircraft, and strategic infrastructure. This video dives into how these findings came to light, why they matter far beyond headlines, and the lessons they offer on technological edge and narrative control. Stay tuned as we explore the details, the reactions, and what this signals for regional stability. This section kicks things off with what's most striking. Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh publicly confirmed that 5 fighter aircraft and 1 large surveillance plane were brought down during Operation Sindoor, India's strategic 2025 mission across the border. He emphasized that most of these impacts were achieved using India's Russian-made S-400 surface-to-air missile system, including what he described as the largest ever recorded surface-to-air intercept at a distance of around 300 kilometers. That's a milestone moment in aerial precision. Beyond aircraft shot midair, Singh further disclosed that BrahMos missiles struck additional assets on the ground, specifically surveillance planes and a few F-16 fighters parked in hangars at 2 separate facilities. That kind of strike speaks to both accuracy and timing. These claims gain more clarity when aligned with satellite analysis and cross-border accounts. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif admitted their forces were caught by surprise during the night of May 9th to 10th, notably at Rawalpindi Airport and Nurkan Air Base. That suggests the timing of the BrahMos launches was calculated to disrupt preparedness. Even though Pakistan continues to dispute aircraft losses, several major Indian news reports have run detailed accounts confirming these figures. Importantly, Air Chief Singh made these disclosures while delivering the L.M. Katra Memorial Lecture in Bengaluru, marking the first time India's top leadership publicly laid out impact numbers. This is more than mere numbers on a slide. The revelation shifts the conversation from broad statements of intent to detailed targeting. Parked aircraft, surveillance platforms, all struck with exact timing and advanced systems. That level of specificity raises the stakes and invites deeper analysis. What makes this revelation so meaningful? First, the BrahMos cruise missile itself is a technological marvel. Operating at supersonic speeds, around Mach 3, with pinpoint accuracy, 1 mCEP, it makes for a highly challenging target to intercept. It can launch from land, sea, submarine, or air platforms, truly versatile. In this instance, BrahMos strikes showcased not just capability, but real-time operational precision. Second, achieving a confirmed long-range intercept, downing a surveillance aircraft at 300 kilometers via S-400, demonstrated a leap in defensive maturity. This wasn't theoretical, it was executed under operational pressure. Third, targeting parked F-16s and surveillance plane strikes a chord beyond tactical effect. F-16s, despite being older, remain symbols of modern aerial power in the region. Damaging them, even on the ground, has both a practical and symbolic dimension. It sends a message that assets once considered secure can be vulnerable. Adding to that, striking surveillance assets could temporarily erode early warning capability, a nod to strategic depth. Fourth, the context matters. Pakistan stated its forces were caught off guard before a planned response. That admission underscores how the strikes disrupted a sensitive timeline, which could have shifted defensive posture. Then there's narrative control. India's disclosure came during a high-profile lecture, framing the action as precise, disciplined, and restrained, not reactive chaos. It flips perception from sudden aggression to judged operational success. Finally, India's defense leadership highlighted that Operation Sindoor underscored growing indigenous technological prowess, BrahMos among them. This sends a broader message of domestic capability and resilience. In short, this isn't just about missiles hitting targets. It's about showcasing precision, messaging deterrence, and affirming technological progression, all while painting a picture of control. What it signals ahead looking forward, these developments could reshape how strategic posturing unfolds across the region. First up, escalation dynamics. When one side reveals it can intercept targets deep within opposing territory, it recalibrates what distance and safety mean. Decisions around response or restraint now come with that reality. Next, air power evolution. If older platforms like F-16s are being neutralized, or at least threatened, on the ground. There's a clear signal that newer systems, drone integration, and multi-layered defense may define air strategy going forward. Countries will likely focus on dispersal, early warning, and hardening infrastructure. Information space also looms large. India's transparency, well-documented claims during a formal lecture, contrast with Pakistan's dismissals, calling the narrative implausible or politically timed. Pakistan's leadership even challenged India to open inventories to independent inspection. In an age where perception matters, each side is vetting credibility. Military diplomacy will also evolve. Reports suggested that some international leaders expressed concern that BrahMos, being dual-capable in design, might cause heightened perceptions of risk during high-tension periods. This underscores how emerging weapons ripple into global forums. Meanwhile, other nations will closely monitor the interplay between indigenous capability and regional deterrence. The internal impact matters too. Narratives of precision and restraint support domestic messaging, framing the action as disciplined, technological, and self-reliant. India's leadership leaned into terms like self-reliant nation and new face on the world stage. That bolsters long-term strategic narratives. Finally, the lessons extend beyond South Asia. What we see is the growing importance of well-timed actions, technological synergy, and narrative framing, all organized within legal and political constraints. It's the future of defense communication, where facts and storytelling align to shape broader perceptions. And this isn't just about missiles. It's a demonstration of precision, strategic timing, and narrative craft. Operation Sindoor shows how modern capability can shape deterrence and perception. What matters next is how regional players adapt, respond, and manage the stories that follow. If this insight sparked your curiosity, like and subscribe. Let's keep decoding these shifts together.